Yeah, welcome to Scouter Ricky Masaba show. And on this show, what we do, we offer mentorship through experiential learning. Experiences zetu we share with other people, and they learn from their experiences. So we want to take this opportunity to also thank you for making us to fike 500 subscribers. We promised, and you promised that you will make us reach 500 subscribers, and you did it. Wow. So we don't take it for granted. Tunasema ni asante. Thank you very much. So today we are honored to have some of our crew members, and we have on my right we have Nelly Nahanu Murumba, who is our director at Scouter Ricky Masaba show. Nelly Nahanu Murumba is a graduate of Pwani University, Bachelor's of Science, Geography. We also have on my left Carol Wanja Israel. Welcome on the show. Carol Wanja is a graduate of Pwani University, also Bachelor's of Arts, Linguistics. So karibu sana kwenye show. We'll be having a discussion, a very candid discussion on the position of the boy child. So manze, kama uko hapo nje, karibia hapa, endelea kusubscribe if you're new on this show. Vile tulisema, we offer mentorship through experiential learning. Na sisi uanganaka saying hapa kwenye show tunasema ya kwamba piga craft yako hadi ikue aircraft ikubebe. Asante sana. Welcome to the show. Thank you for subscribing, and today we'll be having a very candid discussion, as we had mentioned, about the boy child. There are a lot of organizations out here that have been advocating about the girl child, and we feel that the boy child has been neglected. And it's quite fortunate today that I have some girl child on the show. Yeah. And probably we start with Nelly. What do you think about this discussion of the boy child?
Okay. Let me first shine the light by starting to share about the article that I read today. I came across a very powerful article today speaking about the lighting of candles. So if one candle lights another candle, what happens? They both light brighter. So empowering the boy child empowering the girl child only is like working with one lit candle. But when we empower these both people, they both shine brightly besides each other. So that is basically what is happening right now. And you see, the president of Congo currently, it's a 2022 agenda. The president of Congo has sat down with the officials of the AU and across all the powerful men leaders across all the African countries. They're organizing a conference. It's your men conference. It's not men conference. It's not men
we know what happens around the men's conference.
Not men's conference.
Men's conference.
I don't want to say it's men's conference and then very soon everyone.
No, it's men's conference.
Yeah, so it is an educative men's conference that will be educating the men how to also empower the men in the society.
Wow.
You understand? And it will be in 2022. Wow. And I guess this person just sat down. I know for sure this person sat down and saw that, you know, we are from that place whereby we were empowering the girl child. We're not stopping the girl child empowerment, no. But we are encouraging that we should empower both the girl child and the boy child. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Nelly. Speaking of lighting of candles, we are so lit today. We are so very lit by Yoma platform. Yoma platform unlocks your future basically. And what Yoma platform does, when you join the platform, you get an opportunity to be exposed to different people who offer different opportunities here and there. So basically you unlock your future about the boy child empowerment. So Caro, it's good to ask you again at this juncture. There are a lot of organizations that are advocating about the girl child. And you had actually initially you had mentioned something to me about the project you're doing with AMREF with regards to girl child and with regards to adolescents education. Yeah, take it away.
Yeah, so there are so many organizations, non-government organizations, that are aiming at empowering the society. Now, when it's about empowering the society, who are we empowering? Mostly they focus on adolescent young people. We call them AYP. And we look at factors that affect them. So we basically talk about adolescent young people, sexual, reproductive, and health rights. In implementing the project we're doing with AMREF into a FIRE project, we visit different institutions, and it's funny when you visit an institution and meet the head of the institution and tell them, hey, my name is Carol, I'm a mentor, I'm a peer provider, and we're talking about sexual reproductive health and rights. We want to talk to these adolescents, challenges that adolescents face, it's a growth stage that they are in. And after talking and coming to an agreement, the head of the institution asks you, so can I assemble the girls for you? And you're left wondering, I talked of adolescents. I didn't classify, you understand?
Yeah.
So you find that many people think that empowering is just the girl child.
Yeah.
Where do we leave behind? Where do we leave the boy child?
Yeah,
Where do we leave our men? We need to empower the man as well. And I usually say, if you need to empower a woman, make sure that there is a man there. If you want to empower the men, make sure the women are there, so that they both understand what agenda we are passing on. What are we talking about?
Yeah,
you understand?
True.
And maybe to be more practical again, we talk about, when it is sexual reproductive health, it covers quite a number of fields. So there is the issue of contraceptives, and you find that even young married women find it hard to go for birth control methods because they cannot decide on their own.
Yes.
Okay, we have empowered these young women. They want to take the contraceptives, but it becomes hard for them because the husband has not decided.
Yes.
So I was thinking, when we're also having these platforms, can we first tell the men what birth control methods entail? Then, when this man is empowered, they know, they have the knowledge, they can share with the women. So, but when we focus on one gender, I think we really mess it as a society.
Yeah, those are very good insights, and it's also good to mention at this juncture that when you're talking about empowering men or empowering boys, we do not necessarily talk about empowerment in terms of income.
No.
We talk about general empowerment when it comes to recently there's a friend of mine who told me hawezi nunulia mke wake inaitwa nini always sanitary towel, hawezi nunua. So and I wondered kwa nini hawezi nunua. So basically kuna empowerment amelack ndio inafanya hawezi fanya vitu kama hizo. So there's a discussion that is happening right now with some non-governmental organizations with regards to the girl child. And the job market is saturated with a lot of women. That's a research I've done personally. And it's at this juncture, it's also good to mention that these are personal observations. These do not reflect the feeling of Kenya Scouts Association as a movement. These are personal observations that are only reflected on the SRM show. And I've observed that a lot of people who are in managerial position who are also driving big vehicles are women. So what attributes to this type of observation?
Okay, basically let me first start by addressing the issue that you just brought up. You know, there is these societal norms that have really embraced masculinity. It has really made, like, the society is very patriarchal. You understand?
Yes.
So the society patriarchal norms and that patriarchy in the society is what is making people to not be themselves. You understand? Like, what is the big issue when you go to buy a sanitary towel? Let's say tomorrow someone, for example, God forbid, you become a single father, circumstances happen. Would you tell me now you won't buy things for your daughter?
Yeah, true.
You will still buy the things. But you see, these societal norms have really embraced masculinity to a point that it has made men fear to just be themselves. This is what is making men not to talk. A man is not allowed to be sensitive. A man is not allowed to give himself that platform to just express himself like anyone. Men have been made to look like these strong masculine people. They're supposed to they're supposed to go through hardship without complaining.
Sure.
They're supposed to go through situations and smile off it. People forget that these are humans. And that is why at the end of the day, suicide rates are just going on high according to statistics. A lot of men are committing suicide. A lot of people are... Suicide has become an option for them. Why? Because there is no... The listening ear is not there. The societal norms has pressed down the man to a point that he'd rather keep quiet, he'd rather deal with that situation alone. So that is what we are demystifying today in this discussion.
Thank you very much, Nelly. There's something you're mentioning about mental health. And apparently at Kenya Scouts Association, there's a team of youthful young people who have come up with an initiative inaitwa Scouts Healing Invisible Wounds. And from their statistics, they were talking about a very high percentage of people who are committing suicide, of people who are having mental disorders and that kind of a thing, to be boys and men. So can we sit down and come to a conclusion that what these things are attributed to the fact that young boys and men, young people generally with the male gender, are not exposed in as much as empowerment is concerned?
Basically, I think everyone has a role and a part to play in this, because when we put so much pressure on men, we expect such cases to happen. Now, what do? Can we sit ourselves down? Let's talk these issues from the grassroots, from how we raise our children, from how different organizations, public and even private sectors, how they address it. Can we take men to be part and parcel of our discussions? Can we tell men that it's okay to cry, it's okay to open up? You understand? Let's not put the whole burden, the whole luggage on men. That we give so much on their shoulders. You have a family to take care of. At work, there is a lot of stress. This and that, you've not paid your rent, and your wife won't just understand. Because you're a man, the society expects you to deal with that as a man. What do you mean you deal with it as a man? You understand? So we need to sit our men down. Tell men when it's too much and you cannot bear, please pour it out.
True. So that's the issue about the boy child. And basically what I've realized is that samaki mkunje angali mbichi. It starts... Caro, we're just speaking about samaki and Caro is looking at the fish. Concentrate, focus. So basically, as they said out here, samaki mkunje angali mbichi. So when you start empowering these young people when they are boys, they will grow up to be men. And basically that's why we are talking about empowering of the boy child, because we empowered. The other day someone was making a joke and niambia, "Oh, umeshawaisikia Moi boys." Kila pale unasikia katu Moi girls Eldoret, Moi girls Taita, Moi girls you wapi, Moi girls, hizo Moi girls zote umeshawaisikia Moi boys.
And it is a serious issue because these inequalities are brought up against a cross variety of issues. You see, the education sector, the job sector, the opportunities. You see a lot of who is given these scholarships, who are given priority.
We are so much focused on the girl child.
A lot of NGOs have come up. You see, this NGO, they're supporting ladies who are doing, you understand? But what about the boy child?
True.
This person at the end of the day is going to grow up to become a man. And at the end of the day, the society will want them to be men. So if you want them to be men, so why not empower them? Don't forget about them. Don't expect them to be perfect. One thing that I want to mention, society is supposed to understand that a man being a man having physical strength doesn't attribute to a man having the mental knowledge. Doesn't attribute to a man being empowered. Empowerment is not going to the gym. Empowerment is not teaching a man how to just go out there and be a breadwinner. You are empowering this man across a whole variety of sectors, just as you would empower a girl child. And it starts right from childhood. If we change what we're doing, even in the grading system, you see, the grading system to enter into university, you see, it is normally different. The boys are expected to perform higher than the girls. Why? The sexes are different, but the brains are the same.
The other day nilisikia mtu akipiga mama akipiga mtoto wake anampaka, wewe mwanaume haifai kulia, wewe mwanaume.
I mean, he's feeling the pain, you know.
Exactly.
And that is also the reason why there is still gender-based violence. Because some societies are still raising women to be vulnerable, and they're raising men to be strong in terms of physicality. And it is not about physicality. When you tell a man mwanaume hali, it is not about mwanaume hali. You are just encouraging this person to be strong, because even in the society right now, there's so many great women.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, just as there's so many great men. So the opportunities should be
equal.
balanced.
So basically what you're trying to say on this show today is that we need to have as many as advocacies for young girls and as many as advocacies for young boys.
Yes.
Which is a good thing. To me, I also believe on the same, because some of us were empowered. For us to even come here and try to empower other young people, we were empowered. And from the empowerment we went through, the people who empowered us are men with honor in the society right now, perfectly. And basically the reason we are trying to come up now very vocal with regards to empowerment and mentorship. So shukran sana watu wangu kwa kukuja kwenye show, kwa kukubali mwito. I know you are very busy people, but you came when you people asanteni sana. So what's your last shot for today?
My last shot for today, I'd like to encourage every parent that is outside there, every teacher, every person who is in power, every person who has or works in an NGO. In short, I'd like to encourage the whole society. Let us raise both our kids, regardless of their sexes, to become great people in the society.
True.
Let us encourage them. Let us raise the equality from when they are young, and when they grow up, it won't be a problem. You won't have to explain to a woman why a man should have an equal opportunity as her.
Sure.
And a woman will not feel that because she's female, she's not been given the same opportunity.
Sure. Carol, what's your last shot?
Thank you. I want to call everyone to inclusivity when it comes to empowering the society. We are not empowering a gender. We are empowering a community, as society, and the nation.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so powerful. Those are very powerful closing remarks for today. And basically, for me, as the host for this show, I would love to thank you guys for tuning in and for joining our conversation. And na ndio patile sisi tunasemanga, piga craft yako ikue aircraft ikubebe. Adios muchachos.